This is my 7th year teaching, and it started 2 or 3 years before me. I'll have to double check that number to know exactly how long we've been having the team. Yeah, we started out really small, and we've just grown it slowly every year. So when you start out at first, you've got 5 or 6 students doing it, and now we're up to, I think, pretty much 35 students on the rolls consistently. At the beginning of the season, the anticipation because every year they change the game. We don't know what the game is. So right before you find out what the game is, there's this huge anticipation. There's just a buzz. The students are really built up. They're all gung-ho. We've trained them some, so they're ready to go to build things and design things, and they're chomping at the bit. Basically, it's like sitting in the starting gates. But then all through the season, when you see the leadership of the students starting to step up, and you see the leaders bubble up, and who does that, and then you see people fit into their places of, okay, yeah, you're going to be my main builder, you're going to be this main wiring person, you're going to be the main programmer, and they start to fit into those positions.
Well, we start out by drawing everything, sketching everything a couple of times, going over it with different people. It's not just one person drawing the prototype, it's a group of people, and then we bring it to the team. Then we start making it out of wood. For example, that piece right there is started as wood, and then we worked into fabricating it later.
A lot of it goes into getting the right dimensions, really. So if we're making it where, for instance, our rope climb, we gotta figure out, like, so if the rope is so high off the ground and we have a hook that's gonna be 4 inches in radius, and then the diameter's 8, we gotta figure out where we have to place this climber on our bot so it hooks on the rope that has to be like 14 inches off the ground.
Scouting is incredibly important because we're able to strategize beforehand, and Kyle is our main strategy guy, so he figures out what a team can actually do and how to best have them play, because we have some teams that'll say, like, oh, we want to run gears this time, but they do really good with fuel or like defense, and so we can talk to them and be like, hey, we do good at gears, how about you do something else?
This is actually, we said, not the actual robot you'll be competing with. That robot is getting painted, the parts are getting painted, so those parts, these are all second parts. This is a practice robot, but to have the ability to use this on a practice field, a lot of schools don't have a practice field that they can use. Fortunate here at the Career Center, we do.
Right, and that's one of the huge advantages of being a driver on this team right now. I'm able to, anytime that I want, go down, practice.
What we're hoping to do is get the students to college or to a skilled trade, so that way they can make a successful living for themselves and be problem solvers. That's really what we're trying to develop, are problem solvers, no matter what level of the organization they are, be it an electrician, a machinist, engineer, a tool and die guy, whatever it may be, or a welder. Any of those, that gamut, we want them to be able to problem solve and be able to work with people successfully, so that way when they get out in the field, they'll be successful no matter what they decide to do at that point in time.
One of the best parts about my job is getting the right people on the right jobs with the right people to support them, and seeing the younger kids, the underclassmen, even some middle schoolers that come through here, seeing them be able to take ownership on the job and direct something, and seeing it on the bot and working it's one of the best experiences as a captain.
The businesses like Michigan Automotive Compressor, Mackey, they've supported us from the very beginning. They've sent mentors out for help. They've allowed people to leave early for work to mentor. Other businesses like Technique have done that. Lomar has laser cut countless sheets of aluminum for us on different prototype designs as we've moved along. Not just the prototype, but the ones that actually end up on the bot that work extremely well. Livonia Tool and Laser, same thing. They've made multiple parts for us throughout the season.
The first robotics competition, Mason, Michigan. This thing is big. It's a zoo, but it's an amazing zoo. All the hard work these kids and these teams have put in over the season so far pays off today in the qualification matches. Got the Jacktown Vectors behind us. We've got other teams from Jackson participating, so let's get right to it. Here you go.
Step up and drive. do this. We got 2 rotors moving for the Red Alliance. Still waiting for 1 for the Blue Alliance. For the Red Alliance, Team 2611, making quick work of the delivery system. Time to drop your tethers, get your airships loaded. Red team with a rotating rotor.
After battling their way to earn a spot in the first Robotics State Championships at Saginaw Valley State University, the Jacktown Vectors from the Jackson Area Career Center and the Full Metal Jackets from Concord High School took the ultimate next step and both punched their tickets to the World Championships in St. Louis, Missouri, April 26th through the 29th.